Hello and welcome to Coding Pandit. In this video series, we are solving problem of the day by lead code. So today's problem is to find the minimum number of jumps required to reach the end of the array from the starting point. And there are some instruction given how we can take the jump. So here the array is of 0 index, that is the starting index is 0. So the last index will be n minus 1, and this array is of integers, that meaning all element is of type int and length is n, so n minus 1. So initially we are positioned to the starting point, that is num 0. Each element ni represent the maximum length of forward jump. Okay, so it means that the element value here is the size of jump we can take, the maximum size of jump we can take. While if we want, we can take a smaller jump, but we cannot exceed the size of jump, that is the element value in the array. So we are required to find out the minimum number of jump to reach n minus 1, that is the end of the array. So let's first see the example. So here an array 2 3 1 1 4. So here it is given and we are positioned to 2. So the maximum length of jump is 2, that is maximum of it we can reach this part. But once we reach here, the maximum length of this one is this, so we will reach here. So from this we will reach after one jump. So total 3 jumps we are taking if we take the maximum number of jump here. So this problem is based on the greedy approach and the dynamic approach. We have to choose the best options available. So here when this is 2, we are available with 2 options, that is 3 and 1. So here from these 2 we can choose any to take the jump. If we choose 1, we will require total of 3 jump. If we choose this 3, that is first we jump from 2 to this and then from this to the end, that is we will require 2 jumps. So we are required to answer the minimum number of jump we need to have. So we need to optimize we also need to optimize the solution. So if we check for every variable available from this element, that is this and this, for the every variable, let's say there will be a condition here 5 3 2 4 1 and 0. So in this case we are having 5 options available to take jump from, that is the maximum number of jump is 5, that is in one jump we can reach here, but we are available with these options also. So we can take this also, this. So if we check every element and the jump from it independently, then it will take O of n into n times, which is not an optimized solution. So we need to optimize this solution, that is we need to reach the end in minimum number of time, and the compilation time should also be the minimum and the run time should also be the minimum. So to do so, we will use another method to find out. So we will try to get the maximum the jump which we have to take in constant time. So to do so, we will require some variables. So first variable we will take a jump, that is to keep track of the number of jump we will take. So this is what we will return also in the answer. So after every jump we will increment it and we will initialize it with 0, so that when we are positioned to the index 0, we have not taken any jump, so the jump is equal to 0, because in some conditions there will no requirement of any jump if the array will have only one element. So in that condition the jump equal to 0, so we are initializing it with 0, and we will initialize two more variables, that is the end variable and the farthest variable. So if the let's see in this example, if we take this example, that is 2 3 1 1 4. So here the end we can reach from here is this, that is end is equal to I plus the value at the index. So that is 2 plus 1 is equal to index, that is to the third element we can reach, and we can also say that to the index 2. If we are storing here index, then this is 2. If we are counting the number of element we can leap on, that is this. We can choose any of this, but we have to keep the same thing here also. So in the farthest we have to choose the maximum from this we can reach, that is we have to choose from this the maximum distance where we can reach, that is we have to find the maximum of every value we are reaching from this, that is from this element, that is we are reaching. From that we need to add this element to the index of that, that is the index of this, that is 1 plus 3. We are reaching to the fourth element, that is the last. Likewise 1 plus 1 we are reaching index 2, so the maximum is 4, so we will assign 4 here. In this way we can calculate the farthest element we can reach in the minimum number of jump in the constant time. So this is what we need to do, that is here the solution will be optimized if we choose this mathematical calculation in the process. So we will iterate this process in the loop from 0 to n minus 1. So after the iteration is complete, we will left with variable jumps value that we are incrementing after every, if let's say if this farthest and the end are same, then in that condition there is if these two are equal, in that condition we will increment the jump, that is we are taking one jump, and after iteration we will return this jump value. So let's start coding and understand it a bit more. So first of all we need to know the size of array we are having. So to know the size we will have a variable n, that is num, that is assigned with nums dot size, to know the size of vector here. So we will initialize current end with 0, current farthest equal to 0, and jump equal to 0. But if the size of vector is less than 2, that is either 0, meaning the array is either empty or it is single valued, in that condition we need to return jumps here, that is 0. We need to return 0. So we will start iterating int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. That is from 0 to n minus 1 we are iterating. Sorry, not there is no need to go to the element or go to last element, because we will not take any jump from the last element. We have to reach the last element. So n minus 1, that we will take n minus 1 steps, a maximum of n minus 1 steps to reach the end. If we also operate on the last element, it will send us to the array out of bound exception. Let's see here. If we will check for the jump from here, there is no element available to go on. We have to only reach here, so we will stop here. To stop here, we will not operate on this element. That's why n minus 1 jumps. That is from 0 to n minus 2. So that's why I less than n minus 1. So current farthest equal to maximum of current farthest plus I plus nums I. So this will result the maximum length of the jump we can take. Yes, the maximum length of the jump we can take. Yes, it will be current end. So if I equal to current end, then we will jump, and current end equal to current and we return let's run this. Oops. Yeah. So the compilation is accepted. So the all test cases has been passed in test cases. So we need to submit this as this is successful. Let's see. Yep. So it is successful. So let's see this again. Here we are initializing current int and farthest and jump with 0. That is, we are pointing to the first index, that is the first element in the array. From there we are checking if the size of array is either 1 or 0. If so, we will return 0. And now we are looping through all the element available, but not on the last element. So here we are getting the maximum size of the maximum size, or the maximum index which we can reach from the present element. And here we are checking if the current end is equal to I, that is, if we can in this case the current end in the initial stage the current end is equal to 0 as assigned here. In that case we will increment every time the current end becomes equal to the index where we are. Then we will increment the jump and assign the farthest value to the current end. And when we will again reach the farthest point, we will again increment the jump. While doing so, we will reach the current end, the end of the array in the minimum number of jumps. So we will return the jump after iterating through all the elements except the last element. So thank you so much, guys. This is all from my side. Keep coding and happy coding. Peace.